and welcome back to another episode of Cocktails with Ciara. My name is Ciara and today we're going to be making an old fashioned. There are a few reasons as to why an old fashioned is my favorite cocktail. They're very strong, they're delicious, but also there's something really simplistic about them that I really like. There's not that many ingredients. The taste is incredible, especially if you're a whiskey fan. So it kind of just lets a good whiskey shine. I've only made an old fashioned at home once before, and that was quite recently, and I was actually surprised at how simple it was. So I'm hoping that I can recreate it here and do a decent job. So if you're wondering why it's called the old fashioned, it's because it's an extremely old cocktail. It's probably one of the oldest out there. I think it started in the early 1800s. There are a lot of different ways to make an old fashioned, and like with a lot of classic cocktails, people's opinions will vary greatly in what makes a good one or what should be there and shouldn't be there. I personally believe you should make it however the hell you want it and enjoy it. Enough chat, let's go ahead and make the drink because I want to drink it. Now typically they use a rye whiskey or a bourbon in an old fashioned. I'm going to go ahead and use Jameson, which is a blended Irish whiskey. We're also going to use a little bit of simple syrup in our drink. You may have seen this in my last video. It's really easy to make. I'll leave the info in the drop down description, and the recipe for all of this will be there as well. We're going to use a little bit of that. We're also going to use a little bit of bitters. So these are aromatic hedgerow Irish bitters from Off the Cuffe. I also have an orange and a lemon that we're going to use for a little bit of garnishing, and that's pretty much it. It's very simple. Like I said, it is a strong cocktail. If you're not a whiskey fan, this probably isn't the cocktail for you, but if you're a whiskey fan like me, so good. We're gonna start off with a bar spoon of simple syrup. If you don't have a bar spoon, don't worry about it. You can just use a teaspoon. So we're gonna start off with a little teaspoon or bar spoon. That was a little bit more, but it's fine. Then we're gonna go in with a dash of bitters. Oh my God, these smell amazing. You can also use the Angostura bitters, but I have this beautiful little Irish bottle of bitters, so I'm gonna use that. You're using 2 dashes, so depending on how much is gonna come out, yeah, that looks fine. Okay, so now let's go ahead and add the whiskey, which is honestly my favorite part. Like I said in the last video, you want to be super careful about your measures. You want to make sure you know how much you're putting in it. It's also fine to sample the whiskey before you put it in the cocktail, just to make sure. It kind of reminds you of the taste. So I'm going to go in with 2 ounces of whiskey. Throw her on in there. I don't think there's a whiskey drinker alive out there who hasn't tried Jameson, but if you haven't, definitely do. Try as many Irish whiskies as you can get your hands on. Add in some ice. So we're gonna go ahead and mix that up. You'll notice there's no shaking today. For this cocktail, you don't actually need to shake anything. Okay, so my glass is lovely and chilled. Now I'm gonna add some ice. I would love to have 1 gigantic block of ice for this, but I'm gonna stick with this double fused ice cube. That seems to be quite big, and then I'll pop in 1 more. And the reason being is that you don't want to dilute your drink that much, so if you have lots of little pieces of ice, they will melt quicker. The bigger the piece, the longer it will stay cold and the less dilution you'll get in your drink, which with something like this, it is a strong drink. We don't really want it to be diluted. We're pretty much ready to go. I did say it was a very simple cocktail. We're gonna go ahead and strain it because it's all done. So now is the slightly tricky part. I'm going to peel an orange and a lemon so that we can get some of that gorgeous like oils and I suppose zest in the cocktail. Hopefully not get any orange. Oh, I did a really good job. So you want to have this showing without any of the orange. I'm gonna get some lemon. You can do just orange. So usually I probably would do a maraschino cherry. Now I know some people don't like that in an old fashioned, but I kind of like the pizzazz of a cherry, but for now, we don't have that. We're just gonna make this work. This little white bit, face that towards you, bend it, give it a little twist, and you're gonna be releasing all those lovely oils into the drink. Wipe it across the outside of the rim. This is gonna release all the flavor and make it delicious. Then you can give this a little twist and pop her in. Same thing with this. Face the white bit up, give it a good twist, and then rub it around. Pop her in. And she's pretty much done. You can add in a slice of orange. You can add in a slice of lemon if you want. I'm just gonna stick with this. Squeezing the orange and the lemon actually makes such a difference. The aroma, when you smell it, it is so good. I'm actually gonna switch it up from my last video and move over to my cocktail drinking chair to finish this, because I feel like I shouldn't be drinking it in the same place that I'm making it, you know what I mean? I think I kind of want to move somewhere else, so let's go over there. It smells so good. The orange and the lemon is so nice. Right, let's see. It's divine. It's so good. There's a reason why it's my favorite. In last week's video I made a gin fizz, and I enjoy a gin fizz, but there's something about an old fashioned that is, it's just so good. It's like the heat and the strength of whiskey, but it has that little subtle like flavors that are added in that just soften it. I'm really happy with how this turned out. So if you do end up making this cocktail along with me, or you want to come back to it another time, please share it on social media. Use the hashtag cocktails with Ciara so I can see it. I really want to see how you get on with it. And of course, if you have a different way of making the old fashioned, let me know in the comments what is your way of doing it. Like I said, there are so many different ways to make this classic. I want to know what your go-to is. So there you have it, guys. That is my own rendition of the old fashioned. No doubt I will be making this drink again in this series. There are so many different ways to make it. I personally would like to try them all, so I will definitely be making this again. If you liked this video and you would like to see more cocktail videos like this, then do give it a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe to my channel. I will leave a link up here. Maybe you're new to my channel, you haven't seen me before, definitely consider subscribing. And of course, let me know in the comments what other cocktails you would like to see me make. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I will see you on my next one. Bye!